Hi, I'm Auriel Grace, and the psychic tip of the day is energy waves. Yeah. So, I'm an energy worker, I'm a Reiki master teacher, and I also do other energy work as well. And I like it. I love doing energy work because I love to see how people brighten when they've had an energy session or a Reiki session with me. They feel so much better and lighter, and they're able to make clearer decisions. So I love doing energy work. One of the things that I noticed living on the planet is we go through certain like universal energy waves, and the energy around us, right, is kind of, I don't know, expanded during certain times of the year, and it changes. And so right now we're starting, we're starting an energy wave that is a little bit more aggressive. Like, it's a pusher, it pushes us, you know. And aggression doesn't have to be negative at all. Aggression can be actually very positive and can also kind of push you in a direction that you've been like might be going, oh no, I can't do that. So this aggressive wave that's going through is going to push you in a direction that, yeah, maybe you've been putting off for a little while, right? And some people, you'll notice, might lose their temper a little easier, might be angry or frustrated a lot. They might be like really negative, like, and it's because they don't understand what they're feeling. Like, they can't pull it in, they can't like take it apart. So that's why I decided to do this video, because I noticed that in the past week, there's been a little bit of feistiness going around, right? And we want to make sure not to take it personally, especially in the next like 8 to 10 weeks. So August, September, and into October maybe. That's how it's going to be, this wave. The climax of the wave is probably going to be around mid-September, third week of September, somewhere around in that area. And so we want to make sure that we, like, if we feel it, like if we feel like we're going to lose our temper, take a breath and go, okay, and step back so that you don't say things that you don't mean, right? Because sometimes when we get aggressive or angry or frustrated, even with ourselves, we take it out on other people. And then they're like, whoa, what just happened? So we don't want to do that, because we don't want to hurt other people's feelings or our own. Okay, so the best thing that you can do for those of you who are really connected and you know your spirit guides and angels really well, remember to take a breath, connect to your spirit guides and angels, and really work with them and listen to them and follow their guidance, so that you don't get caught up in some kind of crazy drama that isn't yours. Okay? All right. So for those of you who are just working on your spirit guides and angels, like connecting to them and creating that great relationship with them, try my automatic writing meditation. I'm going to link it here somewhere in this video. And it's on YouTube, and it's also on my website, aurielgrace.net. And you can practice the automatic writing meditation. Lord Melchizedek assisted me with creating this meditation so that you're protected, and also you can connect to one spirit guide at a time and get to know them. Okay? It's a really good meditation, and it can assist you with connecting. All right. Because I truly believe that our relationship to our spirit guides and angels is the most important relationship we can have. It can assist us with navigating our life in a good way. All right? So try it. You never know who you might meet in your guide group. All right. Okay, so following your intuition is going to be really important in the next 8 to 10 weeks. So you're going to want to really step back during this time and look at your relationships with your friends, your lovers, your spouses, your family, and see where you have an equal exchange of energy in your relationships. Okay? And for those equal exchange of energy relationships, keep them. For those relationships that aren't an equal exchange of energy, you may want to limit your time with those people. You might need to just step back from the relationship a little bit so that you can focus your energy on what is for your highest and best good. Right? Okay. So some of them you just may have to limit your time with. That's all. Limiting your time. So you may only want to give them maybe like 15 minutes a day, or 15 minutes every couple days, or once a week, something like that, so that you can focus on your goals and what you want to achieve. All right? The equal exchange of energy is this, a relationship that does not cause you to feel drained, but instead you're able to maintain your energy. All right? And you're able to appreciate each other in a good way. Okay. Which is good. Okay? All right. So communication is key during this time, as always. I'm always recommending that we communicate with each other. If you have to communicate something that maybe you don't want to hear, you might want to communicate it anyway, to make sure that you're on the same level or the same understanding as the other person. All right? I know sometimes it can be scary because maybe you don't want to hear what the other person has to say, or you don't want to know, or whatever. But if you feel important, it is important, really just communicate. Because you never know what can happen. You don't know what doors will open and what realizations you'll have, which will be a relief to you, right? You won't feel so burdened. Okay. Because we don't like those burdens. Ugh, not good. Okay. So for those of you who have family issues, parental issues, again, communication is key to that as well. You can try my ancestral meditation. The ancestral meditation, what it does is it assists you with clearing the line. It clears like whichever parent you're focusing on. You know, it's like if you're clearing your father's line, so you can focus on your father's line and get that clear, and you can actually start to feel the shifts in the line within about 7 to 10 days. If you feel like it hasn't shifted enough, you can do the meditation over and over again every 10 days until you feel the release or the relief from that. Because there are a lot of people that feel like their lines are, there's a lot of negative energy, or, it's not good, whatever. And they want to clear their line. I grew up with women. I grew up with my mother, my grandmother, and my great-grandmother. And my great-grandmother and my grandmother were very negative ladies. I love them. Don't get me wrong. I love them. But to the world, they were just like, ah! And I started doing the ancestral meditation for them to relieve the line and to assist them, ease them as well as myself. They have passed. My mom is not, a negative Nelly. She's actually quite positive. It's interesting how the lines work, right? But what I noticed is, as I was clearing the lines, I stopped living in poverty consciousness. Instead, I was like, oh, look at this, and so a lot of things expanded and doors opened for me, which was great. I was so excited about it, and I could see the workings of this ancestral meditation. So if you're having issues like that, where you feel like some of your burdens or some of your blockages come from your family, your mother or your father, you can try that, and I'll hook that up somewhere in here somewhere. Okay. All right. And just take record when you do the meditation, how you felt afterwards, and maybe like every other day, something, keep track of it. Okay. And for those of you that have parents that are still alive, watch them and see what happens with them. Okay. All right. As I said before, communication is key. So if you're a crystal person, whenever I'm doing readings or anything like that, I'm always holding my aquamarine, and I got it on Amazon. It's like all these little baby aquamarines in there, and it's in resin, which is really cool, and it's big enough to hold. So aquamarine is a great stone for communication, and I keep it around all the time. Okay, so another stone that's really good for communication and calming is sodalite. So sodalite is a great stone for that. It really assists with calm. So if you have some people in your family that need some calming and also need to use their mental body, their brain, their mind, and learn how to create strategy in that, this is a great stone for that. Okay. All right. So this is a funny story. This is labradorite, and it also is a great stone for communication and communication with your spirit guides and angels. This stone, the reason why there's so many marks on this stone is because I used to put it on top of my head, and I would wear my hats, right? So I lived in the Rocky Mountains, and so I was always wearing hats to cover my ears and that. And so I put my labradorite on top of my head, my crown chakra. So especially when I was going to be with groups, because it would assist me with, inspiration. It would assist also like with me not missing out on hearing from my guides and angels and following their guidance. So you can try that, labradorite. And yeah, it's kind of beat up because it's fallen a bunch of times from me taking my hat off. So, but those are 3 stones that can support you in your endeavors, communication, and through this next 8 to 10 weeks. It'll be like 8 to 10 weeks, and you may feel like things are moving really slowly, like you're moving through mud or something like that, but I bet it goes by very quickly. Okay, so just work with the energy wave, not against it. Understanding it is key to getting through it. So remember, take a breath if you start to feel angry or frustrated, and look at really what it is that you're angry and frustrated about. Please do not be aggressive or fight or do crazy stuff. All right? Okay, so that's a psychic tip of the day. And yeah, so keep your hearts open and align with the energy of love. And I'll talk to you next week. Bye.